Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm proud to give you all a walk around and tour of the all-new redesigned 2024 Ford Ranger XLT. The Ford Ranger is back after a few years away. It came back obviously in 2019, but for 2024 it gets a full-on redesign, and as you can see, this is nothing new to the market actually. If you live in the UK or in Europe, you would have had this for a few years now, but this is the first year that the US market has had this design. Anyways, with that being said, this is an XLT model, which of course does give you some cool things. In this case here, beefy 17-inch wheels, a sports package, and overall a pretty nice looking truck. With that being said, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Ford here in McKinney, Texas, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. Coming over here to the front of the vehicle, this being an XLT, you do get a very nice and unique grille, which looks pretty nice, as you can see. You do have LED daytime running lights with LED reflector headlamps, as well as standard fog lamps below. And of course, this vehicle does come with remote start. So as long as the vehicle is locked, just make sure you double click it. And then once you double click the remote start button, the vehicle will turn on, and it's running pretty smoothly. Of course, to turn it off, just simply hold down and it will shut right off. As you can see, this vehicle does come with a set of Goodyear Wrangler tires on 17-inch wheels. These measure 255 70 R17s all the way around. You also do have your XLT badge, as well as your manual folding mirrors. The exterior color of this one is finished off in shadow black, with the black cloth premium, or excuse me, the premium black cloth interior. Coming over here, as you can see, you do have your hard touch plastic material on top of the door panel, but you do have some soft touch material down here. You do have white stitching that comes along here, which looks nice. You're going to have controls right over here. This is going to be for your child window lock. This is of course going to allow you to push the mirrors in with this button. Your adjustments for the mirror, for the mirrors, as well as which mirror you want to adjust, as well as your power windows. Coming down here, you do have a small little storage area, as well as a little space where you can actually fit a cup. And you also have a step rail to help you jump on in a little easier. Very nice. This vehicle does come standard with a leather wrap, fully rack and pinion power steering wheel with controls on the left as well as on the right sides. To the left, you're going to house your cruise control buttons, as well as controls for your audio, as well as hands-free Bluetooth. You're going to have controls of the menu up there, as well as your hands-free telephone and your back button and a forward button for your audio. As you can see, this vehicle does come with a fully digital display with your coolant temperature on the left, fuel range on the right. Coming to the bottom, you're going to have your odometer reading, exterior temperature, gear selector, your automatic stop start function, whether you want that on or off, and of course your miles to empty. As we come to the main screen here, as you can see, you're going to have your current speed, as well as some information to the right, such as miles since distance driven, average miles per hour, average fuel economy, as well as your elapsed time. But as you come up here, as you can see, using the little menu button here, you're going to have your menu such as your My View, which is going to give you information about your trip 1, fuel economy, as well as to configure My View, trip/fuel, trip 1 and trip 2 information, fuel economy, auto start-stop, seat belts, as well as now playing, off-road, such as vehicle gauges and engine information, towing, trailer information, trailer light status, as well as towing status, audio, of course, is going to allow you to adjust your presets, which in this case, of course, you're going to have your different preset stations here, which are pretty nice, whether it's AM radio, FM radio, or XM satellite radio, as you can see here. Phone, you obviously going to have to connect your phone via Bluetooth to access this particular menu. Navigation, My Home, previous destinations, favorites, as well as points of interest nearby. Settings, screen content, which of course is going to show you things such as a secondary speedometer, left gauge, right gauge. You can turn these two things on or just leave it at none, and then turn-by-turn indication. And then you have different views of the speedometer. So as you can see, you have a digital speedometer, or you can change to the round gauges if you want. So that's pretty cool and customizable there. And then vehicle maintenance, oil life, as well as your tire pressure. Coming over here, we're going to have a 12-inch vertical display, pretty much the same display that we looked at in the Ford Edge. As you can see, you're going to have your different icons on top, such as our home, different settings, your camera, exterior temperature, current time. Of course, you're going to have your different apps down here as well, as you can see. So your different audio settings, you can choose your different presets and all that stuff here, which is pretty cool. Phone, you can connect your phone in here as well. This is going to be your navigation, which is a little different from the standard navigations that we see in other Ford vehicles, but as you can see, the pins to zoom, the quality, and just the styling of it looks pretty nice. Of course, you can connect your device to access your songs, and then of course your towing information. So as you can see there, profiles, checklists, and settings, so you have all that right there. But with that said, let's just go back to kind of where we are here, the home page. So all these I just showed you guys, and of course you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You're going to have your owner's manual, a little sketch thing, and then of course towing. As you can see, coming over here, you have all your different settings down here, as well as an icon of the vehicle. So you're going to have controls, sound, so you can adjust your different tones and tone settings, as well as balance and fade. Driver's assistance, so it's going to give you all your driver's assistance settings, such as auto hold, lane keeping assist, your pre-collision assist, rear camera delay, blind spot information system, parking aid sensors, cross traffic alert, reverse braking assist, as well as driver alert. You're going to have vehicle settings here, such as rear occupant alert and all that stuff here, remote start setup, windows, wipers, lighting, locks and mirrors. General settings, as you can see that of course on the screen. Connectivity, software updates, and a whole lot more. With that said, you're going to have your dual zone climate control, which looks pretty nice. This being an XLT, you are going to have your heated seats for the front and front passenger, and they're three-stage. It's a three-stage setup for both. Auto air conditioning, fan speed, max airflow, rear airflow. Of course, you're going to have your AC and then your fan positioning right there. Coming down here, you're going to have some physical buttons. You can actually turn off the AC or use this right here, and you should be able to adjust the air conditioning to your desired number and all that stuff. And of course, like we just talked about here, is also going to be reflected right here. You also have a volume knob right here, and then you can actually just push this to turn off the audio system. As you can see, this vehicle does come with a 10-speed automatic transmission. As you can see, you do have a backup camera with guidance lights, and it does adjust as you turn the wheel. You're going to have a split screen view, and then you're going to have a view for your towing right there. Pretty cool to see. You're going to have your electronic parking brake, which we're going to turn that on right now. You're going to have controls down here for your auto stop start. You're going to have your different drive modes right here, which as you can see, you're going to have normal, eco, sport, tow haul, slippery, and back to normal. And then down here is going to be for your traction control. You can turn it on or off. You have your two cup holders here, a smaller cup holder here, which I assume is not really for a cup. You can probably just put coins and small items like that in this little area. And then coming over here, you have a decent sized glove compartment with a 12-volt outlet here. Of course, as you can see, you do have sunglass holder. There we go. Controls for the lights. Visors right here. Pretty cool. And overall, not too bad in here. So with that being said, some other buttons over here. This is going to deal with your headlight controls, fog light controls, your switches to dim or to brighten up the gauge cluster, an area to open up the glass in the rear, and that's pretty much it. So with that said, guys, let's go ahead and let's check out the rest of this vehicle. Coming into the back of the new Ranger, as you can see, you do have the black premium cloth interior continuing throughout, which is very nice, and it does feel a bit soft, which is pretty comfortable. You do have one seat pocket behind the front passenger, little storage area right here, USB-C as well as a USB port there, and a 120-volt power outlet. You also have here a powered armrest with two cup holders. This, of course, is still a new truck, so that's why this has not been unwrapped yet. But of course, you do have your Easy Fuel Captain's Fuel Filler. Of course, this does recommend 87 octane and an illustration of how to do it, as well as how to do it if you're using a traditional gas tank. The new Ranger does come standard with LED taillights. Ranger spelled out right down here, as well as your Ford badge. Soft open tailgate. You do have a spray and bed liner. You do have your Pro Power onboard right over there, as you can see, which is not too bad. Overall, pretty cool. And of course, this vehicle does not have it, but if you were to get this vehicle equipped with a towing package, the new Ranger can tow up to 7,500 pounds. Under the hood of this vehicle, we're going to be taking a look at a 2.3-liter inline four-cylinder engine. It produces 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. This, of course, is going to be run through a 10-speed automatic transmission, and fuel economy is quite decent. All right, guys, here is the window sticker for this vehicle. It's a 2024 Ranger Super Crew rear-wheel drive XLT with a 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine with a 10-speed automatic transmission. It's finished off in shadow black with the Ebony Premium Cloth seating. This is what this vehicle comes with standard, as you can see. This vehicle does come with a few options, such as a 301A equipment group, which includes the power sliding rear window and a dual-zone electronic climate control for $1,045, as well as the black running boards for $695. Base price of this vehicle is $36,160, as well as total options and other, bringing that to $1,740. The total vehicle price without destination is $37,900, and with a destination delivery of $1,595. Total MSRP for this vehicle comes in at $39,495. And then fuel economy is not bad either, coming in at 21 city, 25 highway, and 22 combined. Well, guys, it was an opportunity that I did not want to miss, and honestly, I had a great experience with it so far. So, with that said, it was a pleasure being able to check out this new Ranger, as a lot of us have been looking forward to seeing. You know, the new Ranger is out. It's a lot better than its outgoing model, and as you can tell, for 2025, it gets a little better as well as time will go on. But as you can see, this being a 2024 model, it still looks really good, still looks brand new, and obviously it's ready to take on pretty much anything, although this is a rear-wheel drive and not a four-wheel drive vehicle. And so with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this walk around and tour of the 2024 Ford Ranger XLT, finished off in shadow black with the premium cloth, with the Ebony Premium Cloth interior. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.